Sonia Gandhi's this gesture during an Independence Day celebration has caused an uproar. BJP leaders allege that Sonia Gandhi disrupted the singing of Vande Mataram as it continued to be sung beyond the first two stanzas. Now, Congress denied their interpretation, saying that Sonia Gandhi was actually asking for a chair to be brought in for Kharge.
यहाँ कोई रोकने का प्रयास नहीं था, क्योंकि लंबे समय से कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष खड़े हुए थे। सोनिया जी कह रही थी उनके लिए कुर्सी लाके रख दो, बस।
So why did Congress limit Vande Mataram to its first two stanzas in 1937? Let's rewind. Vande Mataram was composed in 1875 by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in Sanskritized Bengali. The poem was later included in his 1882 novel Anandamot. It then went on to become the battle cry of the revolutionaries during the Swadeshi movement of 1905 to 8 against the partition of Bengal. Now the song has 6 stanzas in total. The first two stanzas celebrate the motherland, its land, rivers, crops, beauty and abundance. But the later stanzas become the issue. They invoke the motherland in imagery associated with Hindu goddesses including Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati. That went on to become the central source of objection among sections of India's Muslim leadership. In October 1937, the Congress Working Committee consulted Rabindranath Tagore, who advised adopting only the first two stanzas for public gatherings. Mahatma Gandhi too, while expressing admiration for the song, said it should not be sung at gatherings where people objected to it. Reportedly, Nehru also spoke to Subhash Chandra Bose in October 1937, saying much of the opposition was manufactured by communalists, but acknowledged that there was some substance to the objections and that genuine grievances needed to be addressed. So, in 1937, the Congress Working Committee, under pressure that included Jinnah's objections, decided only the first two stanzas would be sung at party functions. A compromise Rajendra Prasad tried to formally settle in 1950 by announcing Vande Mataram as the national song and said it would be honored equally with the national anthem. But he did not really specify which stanzas that equal honor covered, till the Prevention of Insults to National Honor Amendment Act 2026. Now this amends Section 3 of the Prevention of Insults to National Honor Act 1971 to extend the same legal protection to the Vande Mataram that the national anthem Jan Gan Man enjoys. Now this makes it an offence to intentionally prevent the singing of the national song or to cause a disturbance to an assembly engaged in its singing. Well, this has now become a full-blown Congress versus BJP row. Congress also reaffirmed its decision to sing only the first two stanzas of the national song, and it led to several complaints registered with the police. On August 20th, Home Minister Amit Shah attacked the Congress decision, calling it anti-national, saying the party has always resorted to such actions for its appeasement politics.
1937 में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने मुस्लिम अपीसमेंट के लिए वंदे मातरम के 2 टुकड़े कर देश के विभाजन की नींव डाली थी। मुझे तो बड़ा आश्चर्य है, श्री राहुल गांधी की नेतृत्व में कांग्रेस पार्टी फिर एक बार इस देश में तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति को पुरजोश तरीके से आगे बढ़ा रही है।
He argued that Congress's decision to limit Vande Mataram had historically contributed to divisive politics that eventually led to partition. The same was said by Prime Minister Modi in November 2025, when commemorating the 150th anniversary of the composition of Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay's Vande Mataram. BJP is accusing Congress of appeasement politics, and Congress holds that BJP is using it to divert attention from real issues.
They want to divert the issue of paper leak, chanda chori, and Chinese incursion on Arunachal.
And ironically, the song that united India under British rule now finds itself at the center of a divide.